and it says down this church 1835. This was the first Christian church that was built in Singapore for the Armenian community. Hi everyone, this is Alvin Mark. You're on my art channel. In this episode, join me as I walk and sketch the Singapore Camino. This trek is a spin-off from the Camino de Santiago Compostela in Spain, a trek I did in 2012. To celebrate 10 years of this life-changing journey, I decided to walk and sketch the buildings that I passed by on the Singapore Camino. So journey with me on this episode as I spend 2.5 days sketching and walking. Hey everyone, good morning. We are back here at Handy Road, right in front of the Presbyterian church here at Orchard Road. It's right behind me. You can see the difference of it when it's lit in the evenings and now when it's sunlit. Let's head on in and see if we can check out what's on the inside. No photography allowed inside the premise. So I guess this is it. Hope you enjoyed the sketch. Let's head on over to Wesley Methodist Church. It's right behind, up there on the hill. I'm not sure if you can see it from here. We're on Penang Road. While on the Camino, I usually started my day at about 6 or 7, which includes breakfast. Breakfast would be whatever I bought the night before, and I would just start walking, not carrying much with me. Because they say that it's just good to carry 10% of your body weight. So I limited myself to about 10 kilos, including my sketching materials on that track. What it taught me was that I don't really need a lot to live on, and all around on the Camino there were fruits, there were berries that we could pick off and just consume. It just tells us that everything that you need is already provided for. That's the new building of Wesley Methodist Church, and that's the Orchard Road Presbyterian Church from the back. Looks really pretty, I think I'm gonna sketch from the angle of the older building because it looks really pretty. Has more character. There we go. Hey ho, and we are done with the Wesley Methodist Church. Since we're near the surrounds, let's just drop by to the next building, our National Museum of Singapore. There's also a tank on display outside here. So I dropped into the National Museum just to check out the new exhibit, also see my favorite painting here in Singapore. It's an original of Sir Frank Sweetenham, and the painter is John Singer Sargent. Yeah, so I think I got the order mixed up. It was supposed to come to the Wesley Methodist Church first before the Presbyterian Orchard Road Church, but I did it the other way around. So anyway, I'm heading to Sacred Heart, which is over there. Okay, we're here at Tank Road, and that's Sacred Heart. I'm gonna capture it from across the street because I think it's a better vantage point. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna situate myself right here. This is nearing the final leg. We just got done with Sacred Heart Church, and the next church is at Holland Road. It's gonna be about an hour's walk to get there, so I think it's just past lunch, so I'm gonna grab something on the way to eat. Let's do that while walking through Orchard Road. We're just across from the Istana, or the official residence of the President of Singapore. There's an open house here 5 times every year. I try my best to go to one of those so that I can paint in the grounds. And this is Orchard Road, named so because just about 100 years ago, there were plantations all over owned by the Europeans, and they grew things from pepper, gambia to nutmeg, spices basically. So one thing I learned about life while on the Camino is trying to make things easy for yourself, because life is a marathon. It was basically reflected on the path that I took. I had to walk through long afternoons under the hot sun, but I also realized that by walking underneath the shade, it would keep me more alert later on when I have settled down in a town or a village for the day. It will give me enough strength to be able to sketch in the city, in the village, in the town. So yeah, whenever possible, I walk in the company of shade. Let's check into Orchard Central for lunch. Now, that's a giant nutmeg. Right, we're on the busy shopping district of Orchard Road, but I think we should check in at Orchard Shopping Centre. I'm going to do a shameless plug here. Check that out. Yeah, so I did that mural for RHB Bank towards the end of last year, and they wanted a Peranakan 2-story house theme at Kun Seng, so that was it. Check that little link there for the whole episode on the making of, if you're interested. Ice cream uncle is here. The queue looks long, so I'm probably going to have to ditch that. It's not hot today, it's just humid. A lot like the Camino in Spain. I was walking through big, giant, huge cities like Burgos and Lyon. Also, I went through mid-sized towns and little tiny villages, also stretches of just nothingness. Everyone, cheers! I've got green tea on biscuit wafers. This is the Ion. There's no direct way on street level to get across, so we need to use the underground links. Mask on, and got to keep this in my pocket. Okay, resurfacing back on Patterson Road, just like across from where we were earlier on, but that took like 10 minutes. I was meandering in the shops down below. There we go, we were just like there, like 3 minutes across, or maybe 2 minutes across if there was a direct path, right? I think it's mask off until we arrive at St. George's Church. So interestingly, also from the lunch that I had, it was on the house. This really drives home the point, really reminds me that I don't really have to worry a lot. Actually, I don't have to worry at all because everything has been provided. It's just that once we get caught in the rat race, we want more, and then that's when everything messes up. So thanks to the crew at Guzman y Gomez, or Guzman and Gomez, for lunch That was a real treat. I was really feeling, and it's spurring me on for the last leg of the journey. Yeah. Okay, less than 10 minutes to St. George's Church. We are on Minden Road, and over on this side, over on my right, is Holland Road. But beyond that, where all that green is, that's the Botanic Gardens. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're there in 3, 2, 1, 1. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, let's find a neat angle. Oh, I love the bricks of this building. Oh, I think it's open. Let's go take a peek. Alright folks, we have come to the last leg of the journey. Thank you for spurring me on the last few, well, on YouTube it's a few minutes. It's about an hour to the final church, Church of St. Alphonsus over at Novena. So let's do this. Let's walk. Okay, right behind Claymore. But I see this juice machine here, so I'm gonna get some. So finally we crossed from Scots Road to the Novena area. Am I gonna make the light? I don't think so. Am I gonna run? No. Am I gonna bake in the sun? Yep, probably. Lots of churches around the area. I don't know why they're not part of this list. Over here is this Hakka Methodist Church. So I remember the Camino had all these really interesting signs. One of my favorite was the deer crossing sign. Obviously you won't find that here in Singapore, and I think we made fun of the sign because there were a few marks that were made. In some countries they call it vandalism. Oh hi there, so cute. I'm saying 6 more minutes to our final destination. But folks, you know what? This is not the end, right, of the journey, because I still have to make the sketch. Remember, I'm an artist and I'm here to sketch the buildings too. Oh yes, there it is. The Church of St. Alphonsus, also known as Novena Church. Yeah, there we go. Novena Church. Thing is a makeshift thing that I think is perfect for me to set my sketchbook on and sketch it from this angle. We can capture the newly built church and the old one back there. Let's do this, everyone. Last sketch. Alright everyone, thank you so much for your warm support. I am done. I am finished. It is time to edit this video. Thank you so much for joining me. this is the last church on the list of Caminos. I am still wondering why a ton of other churches were not put on that list. But anyways, let's go in over there and see if it's open. If you watched the last 3 episodes for the entire journey of the Singapore Camino, thank you so much for journeying with me and spurring me on. It took a while for the walk to be done and also for the editing to be completed, but it was well worth it. So I hope you enjoyed it too. Do share with me in the comment section a similar journey or road trip you might have taken, or if you've gone on the Camino de Santiago yourself. You're with me on the Alvin Art channel. Ciao ciao people.